Hey everybody, we'd like to welcome you back to school. My name is Carter Larry and I'm the Director of Safety and Security for the entire school district.
Alan Hampton, Safety and Security Supervisor for Valley View School District.
Why are we actually standing here in front of you today? Well, we want to talk about something that's called ALICE. What is ALICE? Well, ALICE will prepare you in case any violent man or bad guy tries to come into your school. We don't want you to be scared. We want you to be prepared. What does ALICE actually mean? ALICE means alert, lockdown, inform, counter, and evacuate.
And guess what? We're going to explain what all of that means to you here shortly.
You know, sometimes you actually have to drill when you're at school. You have to have a fire drill, you have tornado drills, and then you have to drill in case someone bad or who has bad intentions comes into your school. But what are you used to right now? You're used to the lights being turned off and everybody hiding in the corner. We don't want you to do that anymore, which is why we're going to actually train you on an ALICE itself and the ALICE protocols. And we want to make sure that your school is a safe place.
And we want to make sure that you feel that when you come to school, you're safe.
So ask yourself, do I practice in case of a fire? Why? Because if the building is burning, you want to be able to evacuate and get out of the building. Do you practice in case there's bad weather? Absolutely, because if a tornado hits the area, we want to make sure that you're safe. But we also want you to practice being safe in school.
And everything that you do and learn from this point on is going to help you accomplish that task.
Absolutely. So what will you practice while you're at school to be safe? You're going to practice the ALICE protocol. We're going to practice ALICE drills. And we're going to make sure that we walk you through each and every step so you know exactly what you need to do.
So if you hear an alarm in your building, you're going to have no doubt in your mind that you're going to be safe and what you need to do when you have that situation occur.
Absolutely. So now, if a bad person acts or someone who means someone harm in your building comes into building, you're going to hear an alarm and then someone say, implement ALICE protocols. So first, A is the alert for ALICE, making sure that you're aware of what's going down. L is lockdown. You're used to the lights being turned off and the teachers locking the door, and then we close the blinds. But now what you'll see your teachers do is they'll push chairs and desks in front of the door. They may strap down the hinges on the door to make sure that nobody can get into that room. And you won't leave that room until you hear a message from your principal and the police department letting you know that everything is clear and all clear in the building itself and that you are safe.
And your teachers know exactly what to do. So there may be things that they may ask you to do to assist. So be prepared. But the training we're going to give you will have you prepared to make sure that those things are done.
And then we also want to talk about the I in ALICE, which is inform. The inform is probably one of the more important things in ALICE itself. So that's constantly letting everybody know where that threat or that bad guy may be in the building so that the teachers can instruct you on what to do and then the safest procedures to actually engage in at that particular time. We want to make sure, again, that everybody in the building knows what's going on, and we want to communicate to you what's happening.
And will you be able to inform? Absolutely. You'll be able to get information out there that's needed for not only the teachers or people in your classroom, but law enforcement and first responders as well. So yes, you'll be involved.
And one of the things that's really important, and what we need to stress, especially to our littles, is that once you hear the alarm, we want you to be quiet. We want you to listen to your teacher, and we want you to pay attention to the announcement itself. It is really, really important that you be quiet and that you listen. But most of you who have been in the district for a long time, you already understand this, and you've done these drills, and you know exactly what you need to do, but there are going to be a couple of extra steps thrown in there that you just aren't used to right now.
And be confident. You're going to know exactly what to do when the time comes. We're going to make sure of that.
And your teachers will as well. So we want you to follow the teacher's directions. We want you to stay confident, as Al said, and then we want you to be prepared in case anyone comes into the building.
And by being prepared, as Mr. Larry said, is be calm and listen to what your teacher has to tell you. Your teacher has already been trained and has the information that she needs to, or he needs to get to you to keep you safe.
So we're going to go back to the lockdown and what you're going to see when your teachers are locking down the rooms themselves. They're going to push desks and chairs again against the doors. They're going to tie the straps around the hinges on the doors. They're going to make sure that they block the glass and that you are absolutely safe, because typically a bad guy will only try to go into rooms where the doors automatically open and then they can do easy access in there. But we want to make sure they no longer have easy access, and we want to make sure that you're as safe as possible.
And sometimes time is of an essence, which means sometimes the quicker we get this done, the safer you're going to be. So your teacher may ask you to help them secure that door or close those blinds. But be assured, if you're calm and then follow your teacher's instructions, we'll be fine.
And then there's the counterpart of Alice. What does that mean? A lot of people think that it means fighting. It does not mean fighting. What it actually means is giving your teacher and you an opportunity to distract that bad guy, whether it be screaming, running, or the teacher throwing something at that person, to give you time to get as far away from the building as possible, or to give you time to lock yourself down into a classroom and barricade yourself in that particular classroom.
And remember, counter doesn't mean fight, okay? Counter means to distract, to get that person's thought process off what they're doing. And you'll be well equipped to do that when the time comes.
Then there's evacuate, and it's exactly what it sounds like. That means we are leaving the building as fast as possible. We're getting as far away from our school as possible, and then we're going to go to what's either called a rally point, or if it's closer, a reunification center, where we're going to actually reunite you with your parents or your loved ones to make sure that you're okay and that they know that you're okay.
And remember, when you evacuate, don't rush. Do it as quickly as possible and safely as possible. Get to the spot that you need to go, and we'll get you to your family once we get you to a safe location.
And so I know Alice is going to be new to everybody, but what I need you to understand is that Alice is a very serious event. We need you to take it very, very seriously. What I don't want you to do is throw items at anybody or any of your classmates. We need you to follow your teacher's instructions, follow the administrator's instructions, and to be as safe as possible within the building and during these drills.
And there'll be a lot of things going on. If this is a real event, there'll be a lot of alarms going off, a lot of noise, so we need you to be calm and definitely follow what your teacher's instruction is.
And as you're leaving the building, you want to remain quiet, stay with your classroom, stay with your teacher. And you're going to stay in a nice orderly line as you move out of the building. And then sometimes you'll see the police officers that are already at your building, and you want to follow their directions. And then they're going to lead you to someplace safe.
And remember, the police and the firemen, what are they there for? They're there to help you and to keep you safe. So it'd be very important that you follow what they're telling you to do so they can make sure that you get to a safe location so we can get you back to your family as soon as possible.
And then one of the things that's also important is that we will not open doors for anybody until we hear from our principal and we hear from the police department that the school is now safe and it's all clear to resume our normal activities. That is really important to Alice.
So remember, who do you have to hear from before it's safe? Your building principal or the police, and you have to hear both.
And what we also want you to understand, it's okay if you feel scared. It's okay if you're a little nervous while we're doing some of the drills, because sometimes it may seem very, very real to you. But when we're doing the drills, it's just practice. So we don't want you to be scared. We want you to be prepared. And so with that, welcome back to school. I want you to have a safe and amazing school year, and I look forward to seeing all of you pretty soon.
Thanks again. And as my partner said, welcome back and have a great school year.